What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on the Museum Reviews channel. Today, we're going to be looking at the top 20 paintings from the Los Angeles County Museum of Art's permanent modern art collection. As always, before we start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's get started. Number 20, Woman with Groceries, was painted by American painter Jacob Lawrence in 1942. Using abstract figuration and bright primary colors, Lawrence depicts an African-American woman with abnormally large hands carrying grocery bags. The size of her hands have been seen as a symbol of labor, tenacity, and strength. Often, Lawrence highlighted history and social issues in many of his works. Number 19, Weeping Coconuts, was painted by Mexican painter Frida Kahlo in 1951. The paintings depicts the coconuts with tears flowing out of them and exhibit a feeling of sadness and disturbance. Many speculate that this painting, along with many others that Kahlo painted from 1925, symbolized the pain she was feeling from a streetcar accident and a turbulent marriage. Number 18, Cold Shoulder, was painted by American artist Roy Lichtenstein in 1963. Lichtenstein's artistic style, as displayed in this piece, was heavily influenced by DC Comics and other popular advertisements and comics at the time. In this painting, Lichtenstein mimicked the Bend-A mechanical printing process when painting the woman's skin. Number 17, Marily Young Woman with Bouquet of Carnations, was painted by German painter Ernst Ludwig Kirchner between the years of 1918 and 1919. Kirchner painted this piece and he left Germany for the city of Davos, Switzerland, following a nervous collapse. During his time in Switzerland, Kirchner took the opportunity to encourage younger Swiss artists and led them to experiment with sculpture. Number 16, The Treachery of Images, also called This Is Not a Pipe, was painted by Belgian painter René Magritte in 1929. The piece is considered to be a surrealist masterpiece and an iconic work of modern art. Magritte challenges convention by prompting the viewer to ponder the painting's conflicting messages. Specifically, the fact that the painting clearly depicts a pipe, while at the same time stating this is not a pipe. Number 15, Flower Day, was painted by Mexican painter Diego Rivera in 1925. The painting is Rivera's earliest and most accomplished depictions of the indigenous peoples of Mexico and their culture. One of the most unique aspects of this piece is the shape of the flowers, which are stylistically derived from Rivera's earlier Cubist paintings. Number 14, Sunlight, was painted by German painter Max Pechstein in 1921. The piece depicts the women in a field with the sunlight shining down on them. Pechstein's work displays the greater style of art that was being produced during the German Expressionism and Fauvism movements. Number 13, To Women, was painted by German painter Ernst Ludwig Kirchner. The painting, depicting two women wearing dark outfits, which contrast the use of vibrant and bright colors in the background. Kirchner's works also played a massive role in the advancement of the Expressionist movement among German painters in the early 20th century. Number 12, Young Woman of the People, was painted by Italian painter Amedeo Modigliani in 1918. The painting displays Modigliani's distinct style of representing figures. Many have speculated that the woman posing in this painting is Germaine Labbé, who was an aspiring artist herself and a frequent model for Modigliani. Number 11. Head of a Woman Jacqueline was painted by the famous Spanish painter Pablo Picasso between the years 1961 and 1962. In this painting, Picasso displays his famous style of using bright colors and brush swirls to create a seemingly disfigured face. Some believe that the name of the woman who Picasso depicts in this piece was named Jacqueline. Number 10. Snowy Landscape at South Norwood was painted by French painter Camille Pissarro. The painting depicts a cold day in South London as snow covers the grass and the roofs of houses. Pissarro utilized skillful and layered brushstrokes in this piece and was able to create glittering surfaces that reflect the changing qualities of the skies, foliage, and fields. Number 9. Bar, Brown, was painted by German painter Max Beckmann in 1944. Beckmann painted this piece during the dark days of World War II and depicts 4 figures, 2 of whom are believed to be the artist and his wife Matilda. The congested composition of the highlight the way people were forced until uncomfortable proximity during the war, such as Beckmann himself in his exiled community in Amsterdam under Nazi occupation. Number 8. Apocalyptic Landscape was painted by German painter Ludwig Meidner in 1913. The piece was painted 1 year before the first shot would be fired in World War I. Meidner depicts a turbulent sky, a city street seemingly fractured by an earthquake, and figures chaotically running in peril. The piece is just one of 15 apocalyptic landscapes Meidner would paint between 1912 and 1916. Number 7. Woman with Blue Veil was painted by Pablo Picasso in 1923. This painting seems to reflect Picasso's shift in style that occurred because of his interest in Renaissance, neoclassical, and Impressionist paintings. The woman in this painting shares many similar characteristics to Sarah Murphy, who Picasso painted on many occasions after 1922. Number 6. Peasant House at Eragny was painted by Camille Pissarro in 1884. In this painting, Pissarro used vibrant and colors and eloquent brushstrokes to paint a peasant's home and the city of Eragny. The piece also depicts a landscape including a blue sky with clouds, trees, and shrubbery. The work of Pissarro was central to the Impressionist movement in the mid to late 19th century. Number 5. The Orator was painted by German painter Magnus Zeller in 1920. Zeller was a part of the second generation of German expressionist paintings who became prominent after the end of World War I. In this painting, Zeller portrays the religious dimension of politics, which incites ecstatic devotion in its followers. The speaker is charismatic and acts more like a preacher than a politician. Many believe this figure was inspired by communist leader Karl Liebknecht. Number 4. The Path to Les Poulots, Pontoise, was painted by French painter Camille Pissarro in 1881. The last of the 3 pieces of Pissarro are currently on display at LACMA. This piece depicts a woman walking a long path, surrounded by tall trees, with a large home in the background. Without a doubt, Pissarro's greatest success in his artistic career was the ability to capture the ethereal effects of the outdoors. Number 3. Weeping Woman with Handkerchief was painted by Pablo Picasso in 1937. The figure of the weeping woman captivated Picasso and was depicted in many of his sketches after the bombing raid on the Basque town, Guernica. The model in this painting was photographer Dora Mara, who Picasso depicts in despair. The woman, crying, crumples a white handkerchief in one hand and presses her other hand against her chest. Number 2. Portrait of Dr. Felix J. Weil was painted by German painter George Gross in 1926. The portrait depicts Dr. Weil, who was committed to Marxist theory and was a founder and funder of the Institute of Social Research. Like other Jewish intellectuals, Dr. Weil fled to Argentina and later Los Angeles in order to escape the Nazi regime. This portrait was kept in Weil's collection until 1975. Number 1. Portrait of Sebastián Jr. Vidal was painted by Pablo Picasso in 1903. The portrait depicts Picasso's close friend, Sebastián, who was a near-constant companion when Picasso was moving between France and Spain in the early 1900s. This piece highlighted the aspects of Picasso's blue period. The woman, wearing a red flower, is unknown, and conservators of the painting discovered a dog underneath the table when working on the painting in 1975. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video with others. Stay tuned for some more exciting museum reviews coming out very soon and throughout the rest of the summer.